There's a couple of things happening. So what happened during the pandemic with the potential decoupling, and remember, decoupling gets back to and this is the key point I'm going to make here in a minute, about the May 2019 Bob Lighthizer, Peter Navarro deal that took care of the seven deadly sins and integrated China into the world's economy. It would put decoupling aside forever. Wang Qishan and Xi had that was the first big One Belt, One Road conference they had, at which Putin showed up. At the end of that conference, being so convinced that the One Belt, One Road strategy was working and not having the collapse and failure of One Belt, One Road, which is where we are now, but Wang Qishan, saying, hey, we should not, Li He has negotiated this deal, but if we sign this deal, and it was there to be signed in May of 19, the preliminary draft, then we will commit to basically integrate ourselves into the Western, really the global hegemon's economy that the United States runs. We don't want to do that. What happened is that they told Li He, hey, you've got to tell these guys the deal's off. We don't care how much you've negotiated. No deal. And then they declared the people's war against the United States. Mm-hmm. Remember, Xi declared. That all happened in May of 2019. People should understand that May of 2019 is one of the most important geopolitical months for events in the 21st century. Also after that, as Miles Guo has let us know, that is when they actually came up with the plan for the Wuhan lab of the pandemic, which they would spread that virus starting in the military games that would take place that summer and fall. They made a determination right there strategically that, guess what? The Americans' deal is too much. It's too overbearing. It puts them in charge. What we think with Putin, we're going to announce later a strategic alliance above all others. But One Belt, One Road looks like it's working right now. We're not going to agree with the Americans. We're basically going to focus on consolidating the Eurasian landmass, starting in East Asia, but going all across the Eurasian landmass and including the Middle East and Sub-Saharan Africa. And we'll basically put the Americans out of business. That is, and we're going to really do it with Wuhan because Trump's economic policies had 2019, the fall of 2019 was when we were hitting on all cylinders.